1498, good luck. We get black for this one. Opponent, nearly 1,000 games of rapid. Stick to the Caro or the Sicilian or something different. Let's do the Sicilian for this one. We're just on 1200. No need to rush the opening. It is rapid. We'll just take here. Then lots of options. Knight up, knight up. I like a6, the Khan setup. I'll do that straight away, and then just get the knights up, get the bishop up somewhere in castle, that sort of idea. Okay, plays knight up. Let's just develop our knight. If he takes, we'll take in towards the centre. And he does, so we'll take in towards the centre. He could try and push the pawn down, stop us developing, otherwise we might just play d5. Okay, so he's played bishop up. He seems to have the gist of knowing what he's doing. So it's a little bit dangerous doing this. It opens the scope for the bishop, but it's kind of a little bit dangerous not to. So I'm going to play d5. I expect he'll take and we'll take back, but then we're underdeveloped on our king's side, whereas obviously our opponent's ready to castle now, and the bishop is pointing this way. But if takes, we're just going to try and get knight up, bishop up and castle. That sort of idea. We could consider taking back this way in mind, to be fair. It would open the scope of our light squared bishop. But generally you want to take in towards the centre just as a general principle. But he might just castle, he could just ignore it and castle. He has indeed. So, what do we do? What do we do? It gives me a chance to develop the bishop, and he can't just push the pawn on. So here, he could play the rook threatening to push on. Then I can't go here. So what about just knight up? And then if he pushes here, knight up tempts bishop down, but then I can just develop. And again, if he pushes, we can drop back. I like the look of that. Just puts a bit of pressure on the pawn. And now we break that pin. If he takes, we're happy. We'll just take back. If he pushes, the knight can drop back to a natural square. He might go bold with f4, he could do, of course. Let's just see. We could potentially take and simplify, but that just feels a little bit incorrect. It would break our pawn structure. Oh, he has indeed pushed forward. So I think knight back is realistically the only move we've got here. We can't go forward. We could risk going here. Just sack a pawn, but it just feels wrong. So I think we need to drop back and hit the pawn. I'll pre-move in case he takes the bishop. If he doesn't, then we're attacking his bishop. Now we just got to be careful about castling now into some sort of Greek gift idea. Probably pawn forward, and then we need to get chance this pawn, maybe f6, or we just risk it and we castle. So what to do, what to do? We've got knight up to attack the bishop. We've got queen up to attack the pawn and stop f4, so queen up looks like a nice move. And it stops him playing his own queen up as well. So here, either of these pawns push, we just take it. So here, there is actually a threat to take the pawn. I could just castle immediately, and I don't think there's an immediate threat against us, but queen up seems like a nice square to put the queen on. It creates a one move threat, it stops these and it stops the queen coming here. At least for one move, and if we've missed something we can always drop back. So we can always retreat if we need to, but it feels like it's a bit safer castling now with this setup. So we'll just see what white does. But in principle, I'm just looking at castling next move. We might get a chance to take the e5 pawn, but I doubt it. Yeah, he guards it. So in principle, I think castling looks good. This pawn is double protected. I could play knight here and try and get rid of this bishop whilst he can't safely move it anywhere. So knight up could be good. It might give him a pawn into the centre though. So yeah, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just castle. But knight up could be a move. Trade the knight for the bishop, but then our bishop is just stuck not really doing anything right now. But his knight could get quite active. So it might not be the best strategy. I guess we could look to push the pawn up. If we go up one, we're threatening to go up another one and trap the bishop. It doesn't look too bad an idea actually. c5 just threatens to play c4. Rook across could be a move, attack a pawn. He can potentially take this pawn, but then he might get an outside pass pawn. So he centralized his rook. That's a logical move. So what have we got? We've still got knight up, but imagine we trade and he takes with a pawn. We've then got a backward pawn. Our bishop is stuck and his knight is active, so I don't like the look of that. I do like the look of going here though and saying what you're going to do with your bishop. You're probably going to have to move your queen. We can then maybe even just plant the pawn. But if we do this, then it lets his knight in. So what about here then? Rook across here. No, I'm going to spend a move and just push this pawn. Just take some pressure off here. And potentially allows bishop up at some point if his queen, say, moves, or indeed the bishop. But you can imagine if he gets his rook up, something like this, it could turn into a dangerous position. And, oh, he's offered the queen trade. Now, generally, I'm quite happy to do that and play endgames with anyone and everyone. So I'm just going to take there and develop my bishop now. Oh, he's gone with a pawn. Why has he done that and not gone with the rook? He's just hung this pawn. That can't do any good. He's just given us a free pawn. He just needed to go with the rook there. And now a trade probably would be good for us. We can just leave these pawns intact. Yeah, he should have just gone with the rook there. Kept his pawns intact, and that feels like it could be the losing move. I think he was fine until that move. Might still be, of course. Of course he might. Time will tell. But knight takes bishop now is much more playable than it was. Okay, so he's pushed forward logical, but I think it's got to be right to take now. He can take either way. We just leave these pawns where they are. So get rid of that, and then we can get the bishop up, connect the rooks, and then if he ever takes here, we just take back. I've just got to make sure I get the bishop somehow into the game though. Oh, he's done a slip. What the heck? That must be a slip, right? Okay, I just have to take the pawn. It's just gone wrong for him in the space of a couple of moves. Yeah, just gone wrong in the space of a couple of moves. So let's see what it was in engine speak. He felt like he played the opening very well. 18 moves there. They're the move times for both players. But up until them last couple of moves, it felt like he was doing very well. And he was, wasn't he? Completely level. Completely level. So he played the opening really well. 92 and 70, and he's just thrown in them couple of slips at the end. But he played the opening perfectly, you can see here. Nothing being flagged at all until we get a5, and even that's just an inaccuracy, so he's played this all perfectly, and we've played good moves well. So queen out was good, castling was good. Now here, a5 is actually, of course, that's our move. I should have played the c5 and gone here. And his mistake was queen e3 offering the queen trade. I should have actually gone for c5 though. Then he would play b3 if he plays it correctly to stop us pushing on. So a5, queen up. I'm happy to trade into an endgame. And then yeah, he just takes with the wrong pawn. Why not take with a rook? Okay, I mean, I'm allowing obviously our opponent's rating here. But just take with a rook, keep your pawns intact, and you protect your pawn as well. But by taking here, we can then take a pawn. Then we get rid of the bishop, and he's done a mouse slip. That's all it is there. He's obviously done a mouse slip, or he's just thrown the game because he thinks, yeah, I've had enough of this one. We'll just get on with another one, which is fair enough. It is what it is.